My name is Alexa Matthews, and this is the New Jersey and the Virginia Plan and how they led to the Connecticut Compromise, also called the Great Compromise. So from May to September 1787, 55 delegates from 12 out of 13 states met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to discuss reforming the Articles of Confederation. Some of the framers wanted to create a whole new constitution. Also, I said 12 out of 13 states because Rhode Island did not send any representatives for many reasons. But one of those reasons was that they did not believe in a strong federal government. A big issue was representation. How would specifically the legislative branch represent the people? The large and the small states disagreed on this. One of the large states, Virginia, Edmund Randolph from Virginia offered a plan. This would be a bicameral legislature. The lower house would be elected by the people and would be based on population. The upper house would be elected by the lower house and would also be based on population. The larger states liked this because more population, more representation, more power. Small states did not like this. There were also 3 branches to be in this plan. The 3 branches we have today. For the small states, we have the New Jersey Plan, proposed by William Paterson of New Jersey. This would be a unicameral legislature. Unicameral. And each state would get equal representation, 1 vote. There are also 3 branches in this idea. In the Virginia plan, there would be 1 higher executive, and the New Jersey plan, there would be multiple executives, like the Articles of Confederation. There was a bunch of heated debates over this, and there needed to be a compromise, and there needed to be one quick. The smaller states threatened to leave and stop and not vote for the Constitution and not honor it if they were not accounted for. So Roger Sherman made a compromise. Now, you're probably wondering, who is Roger Sherman? Roger Sherman is a man of few words. Anyway, he was born in 1721 near Boston, Massachusetts. He grew up poor, but his dad still got him a pretty good education from a minister that was trained at Stanford University. He moved to New Milford, Connecticut at age 21, and he started the first town store with his brother, and he started the first newspaper, which was his own almanac, which he posted in annually. Throughout his life, he held multiple political positions, his first being a surveyor for New Haven County, Connecticut. He was also a commissary to the Connecticut troops in the Revolution. This made him popular with the other framers and was one of the main reasons he was chosen to be in the Continental Congress. He was an advocate for small states' rights, as he was from a small state. He was also a very well-spoken person when he did speak, and when he spoke, he did long debates, even though he did not take many notes, so that may be why you're not very familiar with him, and you're more familiar with, let's say, Thomas Jefferson. Even though at the time, Roger Sherman was on the same level as Thomas Jefferson, he just never ran for president. So Thomas Jefferson actually described Roger Sherman as a man who never said a foolish thing in his life. That was my attempt at a British accent. It sounded more Australian. Anyway, their accents were British. Roger Sherman was a very intelligent man. When he spoke, it was important. So the compromise he offered, at the time he was Justice of the Superior Court of Connecticut, and this plan would be bicameral legislature. The lower house would be based on population, would be elected by the people. The upper house would have equal representation. Each state gets 2 votes, and it would be elected by state legislators. This would be changed by the 17th Amendment to allowing the people to vote for the upper house members. What Roger did was take the best of both plans, combine them to form a compromise. So from the Virginia plan, he took the idea of a bicameral legislature and proportional representation based on population. And from the New Jersey plan, he took the idea of equal representation, which he used in the upper house. So you took the best of both worlds in this situation. Now you may be wondering, what made Roger qualified to do this, to create a compromise that would last in a document that we've used for hundreds of years? And how did he come up with it? How did he know what he was doing? Well, first of all, he was a Federalist. He supported the Constitution. He was willing to make it work, no matter what he had to do. And he knew the Articles of Confederation weren't working. Even though he was a conservative, he supported the new Constitution, which people were surprised at. Secondly, he knew the government inside and out. He had to. He was in office since he was in his early 20s, and at this point, he was in his late 60s. Next, he was an advocate of small states' rights, and he wanted to compensate for them because he saw the flaws in the articles. And fourth, we have his children. He wanted the best for his children. He wanted them to prosper in this new nation, and he knew that would not be possible if he did not make this Constitution work. So he did. And also the executive and the judicial branch would later be discussed and decided upon. And all of this is thanks to Roger. So, thank you, Roger. You saved our country. And without you, we would not have one. My name is Alexa Matthews, and this was my speech for Government 211, the New Jersey plan and the Virginia plan, and how they led to the Great Compromise.